TV was unplugged, so there's no way it could have turned on at all last night.
You know, one of those type of TVs fell on me when I was a kid.
Did it, right?
Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Love Soul Diaries. Today I thought we'd do something kind of fun, which is kind of like a spooky date night.
Drum roll.
So we both have never done polymer clay before, so I thought it'd be pretty funny to attempt it today with you guys. I am using the brand Sculpey.
Is it polymer clay? I don't even know the difference between actual or regular clay and polymer clay.
Yes, it's polymer clay. These are the colors that we have to work with. I chose 3 pictures for us to attempt on making,
Oh God, this
which
is
goes from easy, medium to hard. So stay tuned to the end if you want to see the results.
Please have mercy on me.
Okay, we're gonna get started. So our first challenge is gonna be a ghost with a cowboy hat.
Oh my God.
So this is the inspo. Where is it? This is the inspo. This inspo.
Okay.
Okay, and we're gonna get started on. I wanted to do this video because, well, it's also Halloween time, but also, all right, I haven't introduced you guys already. This is gonna be a date night with my boyfriend, Polymer Clay.
Wait, your boyfriend is a polymer clay?
But I wanted to do this because I actually wanted him, or I encouraged him to share his ghost stories because he's had so many, like enough to even write a book. So I really wanted him to share that with you guys.
I don't know about writing a book, but yeah, I've been unfortunate. I've had quite the experiences growing up.
Yeah, so I actually might think he might be cursed.
I wouldn't go that far, but yeah, maybe anything's possible.
Here's a little piece.
Thank you.
This is mine. So with polymer clay, you're supposed to knead it first like dough. I should probably open this too, just so we can have it.
Are you gonna cut pieces, or are we trying to use this whole block?
Just as much as you need for your hat. It's really good. It's gonna be a brown hat. I think I need to need this much. Okay.
Struggling opening this thing.
Okay.
Struggling.
Don't come for us because you don't have experience with polymer clay.
Yeah, I'm struggling open this thing.
For the chocolate bar.
Probably not that very bad. Incredible, like experiences like that you don't forget. So yeah, we had just moved in. Everything was pretty cool to me because it was way bigger than my old apartment, so like there was a lot of room. And then my brother and I finally got our own room. Experience with sleep paralysis. I wouldn't say it was sleep paralysis, but I just remember going to bed one night and I woke up out of nowhere. I was already fast asleep and I woke up out of nowhere, and then I couldn't move. Like I tried moving my fingers, I tried wiggling my fingers, my toes, and they wouldn't respond. So it's kind of like frozen, but at the same time I kind of felt like something was standing behind me. I was sleeping on my side, so my back was to whatever was there, or whoever was there. And yeah, I couldn't move. I was kind of just there. I wanted to scream, but nothing came out. So I remember it felt like forever, and then eventually I was able to move. So once I gained my motion, I kind of just sprung out of the room and I ran to the kitchen, and my parents were there. So the weird thing though is that my brother felt the same thing. So like when I ran out of the room, my brother did so as well, like almost at the same time.
You guys slept in the same room?
Yeah, we shared a room. So we had twin beds, and they were like positioned on each wall opposite each other. So there was a gap in the middle, and then in that gap towards the wall that connects the two walls. Sounds kind of confusing. There was like a little lamp and like a little dresser, and that's where I felt the thing standing. So we both ran out almost at the same time. We went to my parents. They were in the kitchen, and we told them what happened. And my dad was like, "Okay, let me go check it out." So he went to go check it out, and there's nothing there. There was nothing there, and they tried to convince me and my brother that it was just sleep paralysis. But I don't know. It seems kind of coincidental, or I guess too coincidental, that we both experienced it at the same time. Like I understand if it was just me and my brother stayed there sleeping, or if it was just my brother and I stayed there sleeping, but it was both of us, and that's what makes it scary. I remember that.
That was your first incident ever?
Yeah, I remember that being the first experience in that specific house. Yeah, it's pretty creepy. I still think, though, to this day, that I don't think it was sleep paralysis. I really feel like it was, I don't know, maybe something, someone.
A demonia?
Yeah, could be a demon. I don't know. Could be a ghost. Depends on what you believe.
Ooh, spooky ghost.
Spooky.
Did things happen like consecutively, or just like after 1 year?
No, it wasn't consecutive, or I guess consistently. I mean, it wouldn't happen like a day later or a week later, but things would happen every so often.
So when was the next encounter?
So I need more clay for my for my little arms.
No, don't rip it off. I could have cut you some more.
It's okay, I can mold it back. No worries. One of my friends stayed over, went to bed, and he was sleeping on the floor, I remember, and I was sleeping on my bed. And then out of nowhere, my TV, which back in the day the TV I had was kind of like a, I don't know, like one of those big box TVs.
The older ones?
Yeah, with like the
where you need those antennas?
Like I don't want to say the big butt, but like the big butt in the back. So it's kind of old.
Do you know one of those type of TVs fell on me when I was a kid?
Did it really? I'm sorry.
My dad, I think he was moving it forward to adjust something in the back, and I was right in front of it. And me being a little kid, I think I moved one of the things that helped set it up, and it fell on me.
Hey, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
Okay, continue your story.
And the TV turned on. Initially, I thought he turned it on and he was messing with me, but he was snoring. I remember he was snoring, so I woke him up and I asked him, "Hey, why'd you turn on the TV?" And he's like, "What are you talking about?" Like, "Yeah, why'd you turn on the TV? The TV's on." It's like, like it just turned on and went to static, so it wasn't showing like a picture or anything. It was just like showing static, like white noise.
Like poltergeist.
Kind of like poltergeist, yeah. So it was, I mean, I think that's what made it more creepy. If it had just turned on and maybe turned to like a, I don't know, like Hallmark movie channel or something, it wouldn't have been as scary. But yeah, anyway, so that happened, and he's like, "No, I didn't do it." So we're both debating on whether he turned it on or not, and while we were debating, the TV just started flipping through channels. And that was kind of like the last straw for us, so we both panicked and we just turned the TV off and like hopped on my bed, and he hopped in bed with me. And we like pulled the covers and we both ended up falling asleep on my bed. That's how like scared we were. So the next morning comes and I'm brushing my teeth, and then he comes out of nowhere and he says, "Hey, you know how like you were telling me that I turned on the TV last night?" And I was like, "Yeah, did you?" He's like, "Well, I got something that it's probably gonna make you kind of scared." And I was like, what do you mean? What? That was...
Do you need these tools?
Not yet. I was like, that in itself was scary. What else could make me more scared, right? So yeah, so he like, follow me. So he leads me to where the TV is, and then he reaches his hand through the cracks of the furniture thing where like the TV's at, and he shows me the TV plug. And I'm just like, so what are you getting at? He's like, no, like, I'm telling you that I'm showing you the TV plug. And I'm just like, okay, what is that supposed to mean? Like some kind of revelation or something? He's like, no, I'm trying to tell you that the whole time the TV was unplugged, so there's no way it could have turned on at all last night. I was like, oh my god, no, you're just pulling my leg. And he looked so serious. So I honestly, I believed him because he was like, no, I swear, it was unplugged. It's unplugged. And I'm like, so how did you notice it was unplugged unless you unplugged it just now?
Yeah.
That's not, so he's like, no, I was unplugging my charger, his cell phone charger, because it's plugged into the outlet, the same outlet. But it was like a multi-outlet, so it was like the two, and then it had like the multi-outlet extension, and the TV was on one. So he plugged his on the lower right corner of the actual plug module thing. Yeah, so that was pretty creepy. To this day, I don't know if he was pulling my leg or not. Probably something paranormal.
I'm looking at his ghost. Oh my gosh.
You can't give it away. This is mine.
What is that?
Okay, I think I'm done with the ghost. I'm ready for the next challenge whenever you are.
Alright, so we just got done making our ghost. Our next challenge is gonna be candy corn. How cute! Okay.
Alright, once again, I'm attempting the impossible. I'm going camera.
If you guys are enjoying these type of videos, please let me know in the comments. If you're wanting more, I recommend subscribing to keep up to date with me. If you guys like his stories, also let me know. He has a lot more scary stories, especially at his old job. That one's really freaky.
Oh yeah.
But maybe we'll say that for another time because everyone who works there, specifically in a certain area, has
Experienced something.
Yeah, and it's freaky because literally something happened there like what 2 weeks ago from someone that he knows that works there.
Yeah, I don't work
and he
there
literally
anymore.
called him for help, so that's how serious it was.
Yeah.
So
I do want to apologize in advance. I'm not really good at storytelling, so
he's just camera shy. It's okay.
Yeah, that too.
He'll get better the more we do this.
So apologies in advance. Don't necessarily have to have the greatest storytelling voice, but
you're fine.
Work with what I got. Right. Ready? Got stretch for this one.
Give us another one. Give us a real extra scary, spooky one.
Another one. Like DJ Khaled. Another one. Alright,
I can tell he's camera shy because he's told me these stories in person and it really it's scary.
I mean, just yeah. I think the camera here just adds another level, but I'll do my best. So I guess this next one happened at the house that we moved into after the first house. I was much older. I was probably like in my early 20s. So yeah, so this house was notorious also for strange things happening. A lot of things happened. So I'm just gonna mention two events that happened there. So the first one was when I think he's my uncle, but he's like younger than me, which is a little weird. But
we all have those somewhere in our family.
Yeah, my grandparents didn't know when to quit. But so he came over, and he came over the day before, and the day before also my friend came over. So they both slept over that night. So the next morning, me and my friend were still in my bedroom sleeping, and then we heard the cupboard slam, like the cupboards in the kitchen slam, like someone grabbed like a water cup and then just slammed the cupboards. I wouldn't say it was like a slam, but like maybe they just let go a little too hard of the cupboard door. So me and my friend were startled because we were sleeping, and then I told my friend, "Oh, it's just probably my uncle, because he slept here last night." So I go out there. Him and I both go out there to the kitchen actually, and I'm calling for him. Right, I'm saying his name. I'm yelling his name. I'm like, "Hey, what are you doing?" And I look around, and I don't get a response from anybody. Like normally, if my mom was there, she'd be like, "Oh, he's not here."
Mm-hmm.
Then if he was there, he would obviously respond, right? But I didn't get a single response. And my friend and myself, and we looked at each other and we're like, wait, is anybody even home?
Mm-hmm.
So we looked at the driveway and the cars were gone. Like even my cousin's car was gone. So we're kind of like, okay, so what just happened? So yeah, we looked around the house again. We did a thorough search, and we didn't see anything. Like we didn't find anybody or anything, and that's kind of when we got actually scared. So I called my mom and I was like, were you home like a couple minutes ago? Did you just leave?" And she said, "No, I've been gone since 6 a.m. And your uncle came with me because we had to go. I think they went to deliver something.
Mm-hmm.
So they left early. So it was just me and my friend. So that was pretty creepy because we didn't like. I guess what made it more creepier was the fact that I was so confident that it was my uncle that made the sound
Yeah.
in the beginning, that it wasn't like, it didn't cross my mind that it would be something scary. Although I've had my experiences previously with creepy things.
Do you think it followed you to this new house?
So I don't know, but that's what you say. You think I'm cursed, but I don't know. Honestly, if I'm being honest, I don't know. Could have. I hope not, but it could have. So that was the first incident. The second one is with the same friend. So he came. So let me just preface by saying my friends came over to my house constantly to stay over, just because.
Yeah, his friends love sleepovers. Even
Yeah.
before we were dating, they would
Even-
always come over all the time.
Yeah, even into our late 20s, early 20s, we would still do them.
Yeah, they're very close.
So yeah, so he came over. It was the same person. So he came over again to sleep over. I don't remember the exact reason. There was a reason behind it. I think we were gonna go somewhere the next day, so it was just easier for him to come over, so we could just leave from the same location. But yeah, he came over, and we were watching scary movies. Everything I feel like involves us watching scary movies or scary videos. Like top 10 scary videos or
Because I
whatever.
feel like it invites them.
I mean, they could.
Like, when I watched The Conjuring, I even told you before, stuff started happening in my house and it was really weird. I was like, this doesn't happen. I don't have ghost experience like you do. But yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, it's just pretty weird. I honestly don't know what to say to that. Like, could just be coincidence.
Wait, what happened?
Oh, well, I'm getting to that. So he came over. We started watching scary movies,
Mm-hmm.
videos, I think, and I think it was like maybe 11 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
We heard something fall in my room. We were in the living room at the time,
Mm-hmm.
so we heard something fall, and then my friend looks at me and he says, "Oh, here we go again," because he was aware of like the things that I would go to, and he's personally been with me when things have happened. So it's not like I just told him and then he never experienced it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, chances are, if you came to my house at night, you would experience something. That's just how it went. So yeah, so he's like, "Here we go again," and then we went to my room. What fell sounded like something hollow. So for context, when I go to bed, or I don't do it anymore, but back then I would take like a cup of water
Mm-hmm.
with me to drink, and then my bed I had shells fixed to the wall.
Yeah.
So like floating shells, and I would drink my cup of water, and I would place my cup on the shelf, and it was always the same. Yeah, it was always the same purple cup. It was like a plastic cup with like a plastic mug. It was like maybe this color, a little bit lighter. So when we went to the room to look at it, it was my mug on the floor, and it was kind of rolling around. like not rolling around actively, but just from like the kinetic energy of it falling. So it was just rolling around. And then my friend was all like, "Look, your cup fell," and I'm like, "Yeah, well, you know, it probably flew off the shelf or something." And I said that so casually. Now that I think about it, I don't know why I wasn't scared. I'm like, I'm a big scaredy cat, but I think I was just used to it at the time that it was just like not bugging me. So we go back to the living room. We keep watching the videos. And then I think like maybe I want to say maybe like 30 minutes, maybe an hour goes by. And then my friend out of nowhere jumps out of the couch. And he's like, "Oh my god." He jumps out and he freaked me out because I was like so I guess entertained by what we were watching. So it freaked me out. It caught me off guard. And I said, "Dude, what's wrong? What's wrong?" And then I like before he even told me, I saw like his skin, like the TV casted a reflection on his skin, and I could tell like his whole arm, both his arms were riddled with bumps. So he had massive goosebumps. And I was just like, "Oh, what happened?" And he tells me that like out of the corner of his eye to his left, he had seen like a black mass, kind of like a
mist or a mass?
I don't know, like a mass, mist, cloud. He said cloud. So maybe mist, I don't know. But he didn't pay too much attention to it because he thought maybe it was a TV casting a reflection on the wall. But then it started getting bigger, and then out of nowhere it just hissed at him in his ear, like it hissed.
So weird.
I can't really recreate it because I don't know what it sounded like because I didn't hear it. He did. So yeah, he jumped up from the couch, and he told me that, and I was pretty scared as well. So we kind of just called it a night, and we just went to the room and just started watching like not scary stuff. I think we started watching reviews on like phones or something, like phone reviews or console reviews on YouTube. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And then we eventually fell asleep, and the next day we talked about it with my mom, and my mom was just like, you guys shouldn't be watching scary videos at night.
Yeah, because your mom's a huge believer of paranormal.
Maybe that could be a reason why they follow me, because my mom's a believer. My mom's fault. I'm just kidding. But yeah.
Well, from that story, I do believe him because that same house, I've had one experience with him before. It was like probably like 12 or close to getting 1 a.m. and I was gonna go wash my face, and no one was home.
Was I home?
When we were you were here.
I don't remember.
You were there. You were there in the room waiting for me, and I think you're just watching YouTube videos.
As always.
I was prepping my stuff to go wash my face, and it's dark out there. No one leaves the light on at all, so it's just pitch black, and your house already creeps me out as it is at night, especially because your dad has lots of incidents about his leg being pulled at night.
Oh yeah.
So that's so weird.
Yeah, that was another one.
But yeah, I went out there and it was pitch black. I go outside and I see like a shopping bag, just a regular plastic shopping bag that you'd get at like Target or something, or Walmart, to carry your grocery bags in. Grocery bags, your groceries in.
Yeah, bag to carry a bag in.
Your groceries in, and it was just floating like it's falling down, like descending down from the table.
But there was no gust of air, right?
Yeah, there's no wind.
No draft.
There's no way it was the door because it opens from the inside, so there's like nothing that comes out. Like there's no wind at all. No windows were open or anything. And the moment that bag touched the floor, like one of the toys in the living room turned on, and it freaked me out. And I tried to go back inside the room, and the door was stuck. Like I don't remember if you remembered hearing
when
me.
You were going like jiggling
the door? I was about to
Yeah,
bang on the door. I was freaking out. I was like, whoa, why is it stuck?
Well, I remember now because you freaked me out by doing that, because I thought it was the door moving by itself. Because I was pretty sure you had gone to the bathroom. So I thought it was like the door like just rattling. Like what the heck?
No.
Like, I think going from 0 to 100 real quick.
So that happened, and then I think I told you. I told you about it. You went to go check, and like obviously there was nothing. He almost didn't believe me, but I was like, "Come on, you know this house is haunted."
Yeah. Well, I didn't. Not that I didn't believe you, but it was like I told you my stories, and you were kind of like, okay. No, I wouldn't say you didn't believe me, but
Yeah, because I've never
kinda,
experienced
'cause you're in-
anything like the way he does. So I was like, of course, you know, what can I expect? What can I really say?
Yeah. So when you told me that, I was like, wow, really? Like,
Yes.
you finally experienced something?
So it was really weird. I'm like, okay, one is the bag just coming out of nowhere and floating down. Another thing is a toy turning on. But the weird thing is the toy was literally sitting inside a plastic box with a bunch of other toys untouched. It was just it sits there. So that was just really, really weird to me.
Yeah, that was pretty creepy.
Right, so we're done with this challenge. Our last and final challenge is this cute little spooky pumpkin cat that I just found. Well, I found all of these on Google. Focus, focus. Okay, you guys get the gist of it. That's what it looks like. It's a little cat in a pumpkin. This is our last challenge, our hardest challenge.
I don't know why that looked like a gourd to me. Like a gourd with a mask.
So you can make whatever version you want.
Okay.
I think this one's the cutest.
So we need orange.
Yeah, we need orange. I'll cut this in half. Okay.
We need to buy a better mat next time. Or tablecloth. I've already had some casualties over here.
Here you go. I think you'll probably need more than I do.
What's that supposed to mean?
You make your figures extra large.
A little width ain't never hurt no one.
Okay, I'll give us one last story to end off this challenge, our spooky challenge.
You mean our clay challenge? Spooky clay challenge?
Yeah, our spooky clay challenge. Right, so it seems like you moved from house to house and that ghost or something seems to be following you or you guys as a family.
Yeah, honestly, yeah.
Because everyone in your family has had ghost experience, which is the weirdest thing.
Not at the same time, though.
Yeah, not at the same time, but like the fact that you guys are all experiencing it in the same places.
Yeah, it's pretty creepy.
So, it's one thing of just one person, but it's another if everyone's experiencing it. And then the people that come over too.
Yeah,
So.
just unfortunate.
Right, what do you got for us?
The next one, I guess I could tell the one that...
The scariest?
Honestly, yeah, this one probably was the scariest. Not so much because of the ghostly aspect of it. Just...
What kind of boat?
Yeah. I wouldn't say ghostly, more like 100% just certified paranormal. Like no ghost involved. So, you know about this road, right? So there's this road here.
I personally asked him to tell him the story because it really is one of the freakiest one. And I always like joke around with him to, let's go down this road, road. But knowing me, the moment we hit down that road, I'm going to be crying.
So there's this road here that's known for being haunted. Essentially, it's like a 7-mile stretch in the middle of nowhere that connects two towns. So one town would be, I think one of them's a mountain town, and the other one's just a normal city, and it connects both. If you were to take the highways, you would probably spend, I want to say, maybe like 45 minutes to get there. Mm-hmm. If you take this road, well, from our location, if you take this road, you'd probably maybe spend like what? I want to say 20 minutes. Mm-hmm. But the thing is that this road is not a maintained road, so it's not paved. So you have to have like a, like an all-wheel drive lifted car or like a, 4x4. But I mean, cars can drive through it. It's just they're gonna scrape or they're gonna feel like the potholes really bad. It's gonna be more enhanced because they're cars and not meant for that type of terrain.
And if you don't stay on the road, your car can fall into a ditch.
True.
So
yeah, I think they actually added guardrails now, but yeah, back then there wasn't any. So me and my friends used to do a paper route back in the day.
Notice how it's always his friends doing bad decisions with these ghosts.
Yeah, I think I want to say I was like 18, but I don't really recall. It's so long ago. Um, we were doing a paper route, and that paper route essentially started out at night because it was a night early morning job. So we would clock in at 12 a.m. or 11 p.m. We would go to the paper factory or paper place newspaper, and we would start packing the newspapers or rolling them up into little tubes and then putting a rubber band around them. And then we would take them into our cars, and then we would leave to go deliver them to the people. And most of the time, we were delivering like around 3 in the morning, 3 to 6 a.m.
Yeah.
So, my friends, one day we ended the route early. I think it was like 3 or 4 in the morning because we ended up clocking in earlier, so we were able to finish faster. And we had more people that came with us who just wanted to come for the ride
Because they were bored.
because they were bored. Yeah, so we had extra help. They didn't get paid, but they went along for the ride. So we finished early because of the help. So we decided, well, it wasn't even my idea, but one of my friends was like, why don't we go to this road? And me being the thrill seeker that I am, I was scared, but I was like, yeah, let's all go because it's a big group. It was like, I want to say it was like 5 of us, 6 of us. Yeah, well, 5 or 6 of us.
Which this is why I think he's cursed, because of all the things he's been getting into when he was younger, like the paranormal stuff and buying cursed items to see if it works or not, stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, learn my lesson. So, yeah, so they had the genius idea to go at 3 in the morning. So we all was like, we agreed. We basically said yes. So we went, and there's a couple urban legends that are based on that road. So not only is it haunted, but it's supposedly haunted by something called by a monster that no one knows what it looks like, but there has been like a fossilized or a fossil that's been uncovered or discovered in that road. It's like a big fossil, like a big footprint. So could be like a yeti or something, but no one really knows. It's just really tall and wide and stuff. And then there's also a phantom truck supposedly that halfway through the road it starts following you, like tailgating you, or tailing you. Tailgating? Yeah, I'm just gonna say
Following
tailing
you?
Yeah, tailing
Yeah.
you. So it makes you want to just
An unwanted stalker.
yeah, makes you want to speed the heck out of there. So yeah, and then there's one more that's very famous that in the middle of the road, or I guess halfway through the road at the halfway point, there's this giant tree, and supposedly like a bunch of people hung themselves there. And
They hung themselves, or they were like lynched? Because
or,
back in the day,
or
you
lynched.
said?
I'm not
You
sure.
said like a lynching tree?
Don't quote me on that. I don't remember. It could be a lynching tree, but the point is that people were hanging from there, or they were hung from there. So the legend is, if you go to that tree at 3 in the morning and you turn off your headlights, you can see the silhouettes of people hanging from the tree. So we went through the tree, and I kid you not, I was like pretty much peeing my pants because I was so scared, but I didn't want to look like a weenie.
And you were the one driving too.
Yeah, so we went there.
Mind you, it was not an off-road car.
It was a Corolla. So I couldn't go fast on that road. I was going very slow, which made it more scarier because anything could catch up to us. So we got up to the tree, we turned off the headlights, and honestly, it was pretty uneventful. Nothing happened. We didn't see anything. We didn't hear anything. But on the way out, one of my friends saw like this owl like perched on the gate that that you drive past as you exit. So this time he was on the passenger seat, and he kind of just stared at it, and they both locked eyes. And then like as we were driving away, my friend kept staring at it, and the owl kept staring at him. So they both just kept focusing on each other. So then pretty much the week went by, and me and him were part of like a sports team that we play soccer every Sunday. And he came and he was kind of different, and he kept telling us that how he kept seeing owls everywhere. Like everywhere he went, he kept seeing owls.
Ever since that incident?
Ever since. I'm gonna steal one of your black clays.
It's fine.
Ever since that happened, he was seeing owls everywhere. Mm-hmm. We were like, no, we just think it's your imagination. I don't think it has anything to do with you seeing that owl. But nope, we were wrong. It got creepier. So he was driving down the highway one time, and he said that when he was exiting the highway, an owl literally swooped on his windshield, and he actually hit the owl.
Ooh, yeah.
So he hit the owl, and obviously the owl pretty much died.
Okay.
And it was like a it was one of those owls that have like the flat face. I don't know, barn owls, like the ones that look weird.
Are they the white ones?
Yeah, the ones like.
The ones in like The Fourth Kind? Is that type of owl?
The
one movie?
The one with the flat faces, like that have like the white face but flat.
I feel like it is.
I want to say it's like a barn owl. I want to say that's what they're called.
Sure, we'll go with the barn owl.
Yeah, so he pretty much hit it. It died. He drove off. He didn't get out of the car or anything. He was very startled. And then we didn't see him that following Sunday at the soccer, I guess, game or whatever. And then one of my friends called me worried that midweek, I think it was the same week that he missed the soccer game. I think it was on a Wednesday. He calls me, not him, but one of our friends that's part of our friend group that's closer to him than I am. He called me. He's like, hey, can you check up on him? And I'm like, wait, what's going on? Like, he just called me. He's been telling me like he's been having thoughts about killing his daughter. And I'm like, what? Because he had at the time he had like a 5-year-old daughter.
Yeah.
And he was going through a rocky relationship with the mom.
So creepy.
Yeah, the mom was like, I think the mom was making it impossible for him to see her and stuff. And I mean, he didn't look like the type of guy that would, like, he's always like, he loves his daughter. He'd always talk about her and be like, hey, look at the pictures. Me and my daughter went to the fair this weekend and check out what we did. Yeah. And he would always talk about her and stuff. So it's unlike him for him to say that. So we called him and we're like, hey man, are you okay? Like, what do you mean you've had thoughts about killing your daughter? Like, that is something you should not be saying. She's like your joy.
Yeah.
I'm like, I think you just have I think maybe all the stress from like the relationship, like dealing with, her mom, just making it impossible for you to, see her, and making things difficult when they shouldn't be. Maybe that's all affecting your mental health. Maybe it has nothing to do with the owls, and it's just you, coping, I guess, blaming the owls. You guys can't see it till the end.
Okay, keep going. It's like a comedy horror.
Yeah, so
you guys went to go see him, or?
Yeah, we went to go see him, and we kind of just.
What, do you look like a mess?
That's the weird part. He looked fine. He looked like nothing ever happened.
But he just wasn't acting like himself?
He wasn't being himself. After a while, he kind of just, I think he went to seek help. And after that happened, I got really busy with work and my own personal life, that we kind of lost contact. But one of our friends says he's doing well, so I'm guessing no more murder thoughts. I was gonna say suicidal, but murder thoughts, yeah, I guess.
Is that the only thing he was experiencing? Did you say he kept on seeing the owl even after he killed the...
Oh, well, yeah, he kept seeing owls everywhere. Like, that's probably the reason why he ran one over, or hit one up, on the way home. But ever since then, like, I remember his younger, I think it was his brother-in-law. He would come play with us, and he was way younger than him. I think like by 6 years. He'd always make fun of him, be like, "Oh, look, an owl's coming!" Whenever you're playing soccer, and the ball would be lobbed in the air. Like, oh my god, no! And like, ah, and he would roll on the floor and would pretend I was getting him, and he's so like exaggerating everything, just to make fun of him. And he would be like, "Hey man, don't do that. It's not funny." So you can tell it was affecting him, and he wasn't like lying about it.
All because you guys went down that road.
Yeah, and that was the scariest part of the road itself. It wasn't the legends, it wasn't the road, it wasn't the darkness. Although it was scary, but the scariest part was just him. I don't know, getting cursed after that. I don't know if it was a curse necessarily, but it definitely was not normal. I don't know. Maybe it amplified what he was already thinking. Yeah, that's I can't know for sure.
And you lost contact with him, so you don't know. You don't know what he's up to.
As far as this, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what he's up to.
Well, I guess that kind of ends our story because we are about done here with our little figures, and you guys get to see them in a little bit. Right, this is the inspo and the results. This one is mine. And this one is his.
Not the best artist. I tried.
This is our medium challenge. The results. Mine. Okay. And then you got it.
That's a masterpiece.
Alright, this is the inspo. And these are the results. This one is mine. And then, and then you have what?
Hey, don't show the back.
Alright, that is the end of this video. If you guys liked this video and want more, please thumbs up, comment, let me know so I can give you guys more. And a special thanks to my boyfriend for getting the supplies.
Oh my god. No problem.
And for participating in this video. Thank you.
Bye.
See you soon. Bye.